Trail trekking through time. A quick historical journey along the 5-pitch trail. Second stop, Pilsley. As the 5-pitch trail climbs gradually upwards for a few hundred yards from Tom Hullett's second memorial, we come to a road crossing with a small car park on the left alongside the trail. This is the Hardstuff Road crossing at Pilsley. Once the road is crossed and we are once again back on the trail, we are entering the area where Pilsley railway station once stood. Opened on the 2nd of January 1893 by the Manchester, Sheffield and Lincoln Railway. The line ran from Bayton, a suburb of Sheffield, to Annesley in Nottingham. So this line would have continued along the route of the now 5-pitch trail towards Tipshelf, and then continuing beyond the junction with the Silverhill Trail and on along the Newton link of the 5-pitch trail. The line would have passed by Blackwall, South Normanton and Benting collieries on its way to Annesley. Pilsley station finally closed on the 2nd of November 1959. The line itself lasted a further 7 years until 1966, when it closed on the 5th of September. As we continue northwards along the 5-pitch trail, we soon come to a nature reserve known as Lochow Plantation. This is relatively new woodland planted on, believe it or not, the side of the spoil heaps of Pilsley Colliery. The colliery itself was located just before this to the left of the trail. The first shafts of Pilsley Colliery were sunk in 1864. 6 shafts were sunk in total over the following decade. Mining operations began in 1866. By 1900, the pit was producing 1,200 tonnes per day with about 1,000 employees. A branch line of approximately 2.5 miles ran from the colliery to connect with the Midland Railway's Erewash Valley line, just north of Doley Station at Tipshelf. The colliery closed on the 27th of April 1957, and hardly any trace remains. However, Lochow Plantation on the former spoil heaps is a fine example of how redevelopment of wasteland can totally change the landscape for the better. As you descend down the slope of the trail from Lochow Plantation to the crossing of Lochow Lane, you will no doubt be aware of how steep this descent and the subsequent ascent on the other side really are. Well, once when the railway line was still in operation, there stood a viaduct over the lane that carried the line, but this has long since been demolished. Not much information is available online about Pilsley village itself, except that it was originally recorded as a borough within North Wingfield, and became a place in its own right long after. This gives the impression that Pilsley is a relatively new place by comparison to many others nearby. Next stop on our historical journey, Homewood.